At the foot of Vietnam's magnificent Bana Hills, where mist drifts through tropical forests and mountain peaks dominate the horizon, lies one of Asia's most spectacular golf courses. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host Bhupendra Singh. Located just outside the vibrant city of Da Nang, Bana Hills Golf Club is one of Vietnam's premier golfing destinations. Designed by Luke Donald, it combines championship golf with one of Southeast Asia's most breathtaking mountain landscapes. Elevation changes, winding valleys, native forests, and natural streams shape every hole, ensuring that no two holes ever feel the same. This is the story of Bana Hills Golf Course, hole by hole. The Outward Nine introduces golfers to the true character of Bana Hills. Winding through rolling valleys beneath Vietnam's towering mountain range, these opening holes blend strategic golf with breathtaking natural scenery. Elevation changes, native forests, flowing creeks, and thoughtfully sculpted bunkers shape every decision. While each fairway reveals a new perspective of the surrounding landscape, it is an outward journey that rewards intelligent course management as much as confident ball striking. The mountains announces themselves from the very first tee. Standing above the valley, golfers begin their journey through Bana Hills with sweeping views that are every bit as memorable as the golf itself. Although the fairway appears generous, the ideal drive favors the right edge of the left fairway bunker, where the natural downslope helps gather the ball into the perfect position. From there, the approach is played into a spacious green protected by deep bunkers along the front left. The safer line is towards the right half of the putting surface, rewarding a controlled iron shot with an excellent opportunity to begin the round positively. Rather than overwhelming the golfer, the opening hole introduces the philosophy of Bana Hills, where thoughtful placement and an understanding of the terrain are rewarded from the very first swing. The second may be a par 3, but it immediately demonstrates how the mountain landscape influences every shot at Bana Hills. The green is generously proportioned, yet the safest target lies towards the right, where the natural hillside gently feeds well struck shots onto the putting surface. Deep bunkers guard the opposite side, punishing anything pulled offline. Its greatest defense is subtle rather than severe. The green stretches deep from front to back, placing a premium on precise distance control. Find the correct level, and birdie becomes a genuine opportunity. Misjudge the yardage, and an awkward two putt is almost inevitable. It is a gentle challenge that rewards touch, trust, and good judgment. The third begins to reveal the strategic character of Luke Donald's design. This gently bending par 4 is framed by bunkers on both sides, while a lateral hazard shadows the entire right edge of the hole. The ideal drive threads confidently between the fairway bunkers, creating the preferred angle into the green. Position, rather than power, determines the quality of the approach. A well positioned drive opens the hole beautifully, while even a slight miss quickly transforms an attacking opportunity into a recovery. It is a classic example of modern golf architecture where every angle matters. The fourth presents the first genuine scoring opportunity of the round. Its generous fairway invites aggressive play, tempting longer hitters to chase the green in two. Yet, appearances can be deceptive. For most golfers, the wiser option is to build the hole patiently, using the broad landing areas to create the ideal approach. A creek and strategically positioned bunkers guard the preferred layup zone, making placement far more important than distance control. The fourth rewards golfers who recognize that risk and opportunity often share the same fairway. The fifth is unlike anything else at Bana Hills. Stretching an extraordinary 708 yards, it ranks among the longest par 5s in Asia and stands as one of the defining holes of the golf course. Played through a broad mountain valley, the hole unfolds in stages, demanding three outstanding golf shots rather than a single heroic drive. Fairway bunkers and natural hazards steadily shape the preferred route, asking golfers to combine power with patience over its remarkable length. Simply reaching the green in regulation is an achievement. Walking away with birdie feels like a genuine reward. Here, endurance becomes as important as execution. Every championship course has a hole that demands respect. At Bana Hills, that hole is the sixth. Ranked as the toughest on the course, this demanding par 4 runs beside the same water hazard that shaped the previous hole. The opening drive must confidently carry the hazard before finding the left side of the fairway, where the best angle into the green begins to emerge. The approach rewards careful positioning with subtle contours, naturally gathering shots played from the preferred side while making recovery far more difficult from elsewhere. It is a hole where discipline consistently outperforms aggression. After the stern examination of the sixth, the seventh offers a welcome invitation to attack. A board line over the first bunker on the right shortens the hole considerably, leaving only a shot or mid iron into the green. Yet the second shot demands restraint. The putting surface falls sharply towards the water on the left, making the safer target the right side of the green. An overly aggressive approach can quickly turn a promising birdie opportunity into a difficult recovery. It is a hole that quietly tempts golfers to challenge its defenses before reminding them that patience is often the wiser companion. Framed by the magnificent Bana Hills, the eighth is among the most picturesque one shot holes on the course. The green is surrounded by deep bunkers, tightly mown runoffs, and gentle undulations that leave little room for error. Club selection becomes everything, particularly as the changing mountain air can subtly influence both distance and ball flight. A confidently struck iron can leave an inviting birdie putt. Anything short quickly discovers why this attractive par 3 deserves complete respect. One of the course's finest photographs and one of its most demanding pars. The outward nine concludes with one final examination of thoughtful golf. The gentle dogleg right is framed by bunkers on both sides, encouraging a tee shot favoring the left center of the fairway. From there, the hole begins to reveal its final challenge. A winding creek protects the front of the green, collecting any approach that lacks commitment, while the left side offers the safest route for recovery should the target be missed. It is a closing hole that rewards planning more than power, bringing the outward journey to a fitting conclusion before the championship examination of the inward nine begins. The inward nine climbs deeper into the foothills, where the terrain becomes increasingly dramatic and the championship character of Bana Hills truly unfolds. Fairway weaves through secluded valleys, elevation changes become more pronounced, and every hole presents a fresh perspective of the surrounding mountain. A daylight gradually fades behind the peaks. The course reveals one of its most distinctive features, transforming into one of Asia's finest floodlit golfing experiences, where championship of golf continues long after sunset. The inward nine begins with the shortest par 4 at Bana Hills, but appearances can be deceptive. Playing steadily uphill, the tee shot climbs towards the hidden landing area, leaving the green concealed beyond the crest. Golfers who find the top of the rise are rewarded with a far simpler approach, while those left short must rely on judgment rather than sight. The elevated green is protected by bunkers on both sides and a generous runoff beyond. placing a premium on both distance control and accuracy. The 10th marks the beginning of a new chapter where elevation becomes every bit as influential as yardage. The 11th is the longest hole on the inward 9 and a true three shot par 5. Water follows the entire left side, while bunkers and dense vegetation define the opposite edge, creating a demanding corridor from tee to green. The ideal drive follows the line just left of the lone banyan tree standing proudly in the fairway before a carefully judged layup creates the best angle for the final approach. The green may appear inviting from distance, but only thoughtful positioning leaves a realistic birdie opportunity. The 11th rewards patience, planning, and the discipline to think one shot ahead. Perched high above the valley floor, the 12th offers one of the most breathtaking panoramas at Bana Hills. Layers of forested hills stretch towards the horizon, creating a scene of remarkable tranquility. Yet, beneath that peaceful setting lies one of the course's most deceptive par threes. The dramatic elevation change means the hole rarely plays its full yardage. While shifting mountain winds make club selection anything but straightforward, the green is protected by bunkers and steep runoffs beyond the putting surface, making precise distance control the key to success. The scenery may encourage a moment of admiration, but the shot demands complete commitment. The 13th begins with a leap of faith. From the tee, the landing area disappears beyond the rise, asking golfers to trust both their chosen line and their swing. Fairway bunkers guard either side, while longer hitters may challenge the right edge in search of a shorter approach. Beyond the crest, the hole opens beautifully towards the Bana mountain range. The large, tiered green rewards precise distance control, where finding the correct level is every bit as important as finding the putting surface itself. Confidence is the greatest advantage on the 13th. The 14th stretches through a secluded valley as another demanding three shot par 5. Although generous from the tee, the hole steadily reveals its strategic character. A carefully judged layup shot of the water creates the ideal approach, while any attempt to force the issue quickly brings the surrounding hazards into play. Water protects the front and left of the green, with bunkers standing guard to the right, leaving only a narrow margin for error on the final approach. The 14th proves that restraint is often the smartest strategy. The 15th is one of Bana Hill's finest championship par 4s. The fairway climbs steadily towards an elevated green, causing the hole to play noticeably longer than its yardage suggests. A well positioned drive just beyond the bunkers on the left provides the best angle for the uphill approach. The raised green demands both precise distance control and complete commitment, while deep bunkers gather any shot lacking conviction. Here, the mountain itself becomes the hole's greatest defense. The 16th is the signature hole of Bana Hills, playing dramatically downhill to a beautifully crafted island green. It is one of the most photographed holes in Vietnam and among the most memorable in Southeast Asia. Completely surrounded by water, the green demands total commitment from the moment the ball leaves the club surface. Although the elevation makes the hole play shorter than its yardage, judging the correct distance remains the greatest challenge. Trusting the chosen club is essential, while even the slightest error leaves little opportunity for recovery. It is a spectacular blend of scenery, design, and precision that defines the character of Bana Hills. Standing near the highest point on the property, the 17th offers one final panoramic view across the valleys and mountains of central Vietnam. The ideal drive favors the left center of the fairway, creating the best angle into a green protected by deep bunkers along its front edge. Precision rather than power determines the quality of the approach. With only one hole remaining, every shot carries a little more significance. The 17th rewards golfers who remain patient when the finish line is finally within sight. Every memorable round deserves a memorable finish. At Bana Hills, that finish arrives on the 18th. Playing back towards the clubhouse, this classic closing par 4 offers one final opportunity to finish strongly. The generous fairway encourages a confident drive, yet a winding creek along the right reminds golfers that the round is not complete until the final putt has fallen. The elevated green is protected by carefully positioned bunkers and subtle contours that demand one last display of precision before the journey comes to an end. Walking from the 18th green, golfers leave with a lasting appreciation for what makes Bana Hills so distinctive. Every hole embraces the surrounding mountains in its own unique way, combining elevation, strategy, and natural beauty into one unforgettable championship experience. Nestled beneath the mountain of central Vietnam, Bana Hills Golf Club has become one of Asia's premier championship destinations, where dramatic landscapes, thoughtful design, and unforgettable golf come together in perfect harmony. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host Bhupendra Singh, and this is the Golfing Circle. I'll see you in the next episode of TGC, where every course is a story.